Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Toronto at Consensus 2025 by CoinDesk, by the way. We're here with Tapscott, Executive Chairman and CEO of the Blockchain Research Institute. We're here to discuss redefining the AI stack with blockchain. Don, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks. Let's talk about AI as it relates to blockchain. What is identic AI and what distinguishes it from other forms of artificial intelligence?
Well, identic AI is a neologism. It's a newly invented word, which I invented. But it's the future and probably will become the term. And here's what's happening. AI is changing from being a bunch of tools to becoming part of our daily existence. And there are many different types of agents. There are agents in call centers, in financial systems, and supply chains, and so on. But the most important agent is the digital Jill, the consigliere, tutor, personal doctor, lifetime companion, your vice president, that AI agent that is with you, sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake, probably knows if you've been bad or good or not. So be good, for goodness sake. And our digital identities are becoming smart, and they're becoming enormously capable. And in your lifetime, they will make us godlike. So there's no term to describe this. This has happened to me over the years, but I thought, this is huge. Nobody knows anything about it. We don't even have a word to describe it. So I came up with a word, and sometimes they stick. I hope this one will.
What's the most significant potential impacts of identic AI as it relates to how we're living, how we're working, how we're interacting with the world? Does this mean all the apps that we have disappear? What does this look like?
Well, pick any part of your life, a day in the life. You wake up, you get out of bed, you drag a comb across your head, and before you've gone downstairs to drink a cup, your agent's informed you what's been going on overnight. They give you a rundown on your sleep, your body, lays out your whole day, and it gives you the good news. It's already pre-negotiated a couple of contracts. It identifies that there's some customer problems that have been solved. It's picked half a dozen conferences that it's going to replicate itself and attend and give you a report. And at lunch, it provides you with some good news that piece of land you've been trying to buy, it closed the deal. The legal work is done, and it's now working with architects and contractors on the building specifications that you like. At night, you go home, it's your tutor. It's got a whole learning plan for you, an entertainment plan. Oh, and it identified someone that you saw where your heart rate went up and wondered if that person digital identity would like to have a digital date with you to free screen to see if the two of you should go and have a coffee. Life is good. So we're talking about everything. Healthcare. Big problem with healthcare, regardless of what country you live in, is there's a gap between supply and demand. The demand for healthcare is unlimited, infinite. The supply is finite. How do we solve this problem? Well, we can't put more money into healthcare. What if we all have a personal doctor? And Dr. Jill is really, really smart because it's been to every medical school in the world, read every textbook, knows all the case literature, and has attended countless operations and other procedures. How about learning? You have a tutor that is literally a know-it-all, that knows everything, knows all knowledge, and it also knows all about you and what you need to learn about. So health and learning and work are three of the institutions that we deal with, Joseph Bradley and I deal with in the new book.
Which is interesting. Obviously, I have some pushback here. Who owns all of this data?
Yeah.
How do you think about it in terms of security, how it's being used? How much of yourself do you necessarily want out there in the ether, if you will?
Yeah. Well, you've just raised a bunch of issues that we tackle in the new book. The biggest one of the two biggest ones in my mind, is the first one you said. Who owns digital Jill? Right now, big corporations say, we're providing the AI, we're going to own Jill. Think about that. Your partner for life will not be owned or managed by you. it will be owned by some giant digital conglomerate, technology company. I mean, let your mind go. Today, you're watching a movie and you see a bottle of Coke, product placement. Imagine when an advertiser can place a product in the digital extension of you, in your digital consciousness. I mean, the potential for this to go really south and turn us all into, to lose our basic humanity is limitless. And there's a solution to that. And it has a lot to do with blockchain.
Oh, and I'm going to get to that in a moment
Yeah.
because when you think about
Yeah.
the worlds of current AI, that is one of the shortcomings of it.
Yeah.
Who owns what
Yeah.
and what's being done with your data. So that's
Absolutely.
what we were alluding to
Yeah.
before. So to your point, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's the solution to protect us from that? Where does blockchain fit into that?
Well, there are a lot of pieces to a solution, but the core, modest little proposition, we need to reinvent the AI stack.
Right.
And it needs to be decentralized, open, under community governance and control. Decentralized physical infrastructure, decentralized data fabric to ensure management of all this data, privacy, ownership, monetization, and so on. Decentralized AI models, the basic models can be decentralized. Decentralized, we call it AI functionality, like smart contracts, where we can build enormous capability on top of our digital selves. And finally, decentralized applications, DApps. This is not new language for people in the blockchain space, but it is for people in the AI space. And that's not only technically feasible, I believe it's achievable.
Yeah. Does this remove the human from the loop entirely?
No, it puts us humans back in the loop. Right now, we are removed. We are the recipients of AI. Oh, thank you, Google. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for delivering this wonderful capability to us. No, we need to own it. We need to control it. And that is feasible. And I've been around long enough. It's one of the advantages of not being a spring chicken. I've seen this before and I've seen how it's possible.
Right. Interesting insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. And thanks for joining me from Consensus. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.